Hello everyone, today I'm going to be talking about inspiration. So, how to keep yourself inspired during NaNoWriMo. The question of all ages. Because if you're like me, your brain kind of likes to go off track and you can sit down at that computer and try to type and you're just like, I am completely uninspired to do anything right now. I just want to go marathon Netflix. No, you're not, because I'm going to give you some tips on how to keep yourself inspired. Honestly, my answer is not going to be the answer you think it is, and it's the answer that works for me, so it might not work for you. And that answer is kind of Tumblr. I hear controversy. It's in my eardrums. Let me talk, quit yelling. For some reason, looking up on Tumblr what keeps me motivated kind of helps me keep on track for writing. For instance, I love fall. If you have watched any of my videos, I have probably said numerous times how much I love fall. So, to get myself inspired, I will go on Tumblr and type in fall, autumn, leaves, cozy, October. And I'll see all of these beautiful pictures about fall, and I'll think of NaNoWriMo, and I'll think of sitting inside with my mug of tea and my blanket, and it's cold, and I will be writing a novel. And you know what? I'll be inspired. I want to go write because it's fall, and the season only comes once a year, and I am motivated. That's how I stay motivated. As for you, you'll kind of have to figure that out. What I usually do when I'm doing NaNoWriMo is I will have 45-minute writing sprints where I will have to write for 45 minutes. During my 15-minute break, I will go on Tumblr and look up pictures. If you type in writing motivation, writing inspiration, writing tips on Tumblr, a whole bunch of things will pop up. You will also see about 1,000 people on the internet crying over NaNoWriMo. Does rain inspire you? Does looking at pictures of cities inspire you? Does looking at bedrooms or like architecture inspire you? Whatever inspires you in general, or whatever inspires your story, like if you're writing a story about unicorns, look up the unicorn tag. And you know, during this 15-minute break, it kind of keeps me motivated to go back to my novel and finish those words. So that's what works for me, but it may not work for some of you guys who get distracted by the internet very easily. But there are other ways to keep yourself inspired during NaNoWriMo. Writing quotes, I don't know about you guys, but a good writing quote will want me to keep on track with those words. I would say look up some writing quotes on Google, and maybe you're the kind of person who will write them on index cards and hang them up around your wall, so whenever you're bored or getting uninspired, you can just take a look at the quote that authors before you have written, and you will be inspired to go to your computer and type in that document. Or you'll end up watching Netflix, but let's hope it's the first thing. So yes, writing quotes, but aside from that, there's also music to help keep you inspired. When I am writing, like physically writing, the kind of music I like to listen to is instrumental. Like classical, instrumental. I don't really want any words because I'm focusing on the words that I'm doing. I usually go on Pandora and I type in Lindsay Sterling Radio. Some of my favorite artists are Break of Reality, Black Mill, Mythos. The Piano Guys, there's a lot of good ones on the instrumental tags. But when I step away from my writing, sometimes I will go to my iPod and find all my everyday songs with lyrics, and I will get inspired from those songs to get an idea for my story. Has anyone else done that thing where they matched up the words of the song to characters in your story and kind of played out a scene? Some of my greatest and my darkest scenes have come from music. Like really the saddest or darkest or most intense song you know, try and play your characters out to what's going on in that song and you might get an idea that you did not see coming. Literally, music is like 80% of the reason for all of my dark and heart-rendering scenes. But there's also some upbeat songs and some love songs you can do. It kind of depends on what you're looking for. So yes, music is a big help. If you're not really into music, you could do poetry. If you're into poetry, that I feel like I'm not that into poetry, but if I was into poetry, I think that would motivate me tons. So yes, there are many ways to keep yourself inspired during NaNoWriMo. You just need to pile up your assets before November, hopefully, and then you can just gun it and go the whole way. You know, if this is your first NaNoWriMo or your second or third, you might need to figure out along the way what keeps you inspired and then, you know, take note of that so you can do it next year. But these are the tips that I have, and I hope that they're helpful to you today. You should comment below and tell me what keeps you motivated the most. Do you have something that keeps you motivated that I did not talk about? For me, I feel like it's Tumblr and music. Those are like my go-tos to keep motivated. So yes, let me know what keeps you inspired. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon because NaNoWriMo approaches. Half a month, guys. It is upon us.